Welcome to Inside Job Dual Attention Hypnosis. Today, let's dive into the world of fearful-avoidant attachment and explore not only the behaviours, but also the underlying reasons why you often find yourself pushing others away in your relationships. Imagine this scenario. You're in a relationship that initially feels perfect. You're affectionate, attentive, and eager to connect. However, over time, a reoccurring pattern emerges. Perhaps you've noticed that you have a tendency to become overly clingy or consumed by jealousy, or maybe you find it extremely challenging to fully embrace emotional closeness. Understanding your fearful-avoidant attachment style, which is termed as a disorganized attachment in adulthood, can be a transformative breakthrough in liberating you from these repetitive behaviors. You frequently experience confusion and conflict when it comes to relationships. This can lead to pushing people away through a combination of anxious and avoidant behaviors. You fundamentally have felt unsafe in relationships since an early age, maybe even experiencing trauma or abuse in childhood, subsequently leading to a lack of trust and safety in relationships, especially with a significant other. Your fearful-avoidant style may lead to pushing people away due to feelings of unworthiness, helplessness, and emotional control difficulties, for example, an inability to control emotions and moods. You may struggle to trust or rely on others, leading you to disconnect easily. In extreme cases, you may even deliberately hurt others as a way to push them away and confirm your belief that everyone abandons you at some point and you'll never feel safe in relationships. It's like a mix of "go away, I hate you," and "come back, don't leave me." You may tend to show unstable and ambiguous behaviors in your social bonds. For you, the partner and the relationship itself is often the source of both desire and fear. You want intimacy and closeness, but at the same time you experience trouble trusting and depending on others. You may struggle to regulate your emotions well and avoid strong emotional attachment due to your fear of getting hurt. If you recognize yourself as having a fearful-avoidant or disorganized attachment style, it's important to understand that your behaviors are a result of past experiences that have shaped your beliefs and emotions on how you create emotional bonds. Here are some behavioral patterns that you need to start becoming aware of. You might display hot and cold behavior. This inconsistency is driven by your deep-seated fear of intimacy and vulnerability. One moment you might be affectionate and attentive, and the next you could become distant or aloof. You might notice a pattern of pushing others away, followed by pulling them back in. You seek emotional closeness, but then subconsciously retreat when things become too intimate or serious. You crave closeness, but paradoxically fear getting too close, so you pull away to protect yourself emotionally. The first step is self-awareness. Reflect on your attachment style and its origins. Understanding why you push others away can help you recognize these patterns as they arise. The insight will lead to personal growth and improved relationships. Now, let's talk about avoidance or vulnerability. You may subconsciously avoid sharing your deepest emotions or fears because you fear rejection or abandonment. You might be hesitant to open up as you've learned from past experiences that being vulnerable can lead to pain, so you keep your guard up. Opening up about your feelings and fears, even those related to relationships, is essential to building trust. It's crucial to emphasize on the importance of open and honest communication in relationships. Express your fears and concerns without judgment. This can create a safe space for both you and others to share vulnerabilities. Consider mindfulness practices and self-care routines to manage anxiety and stay grounded in the present. It promotes a sense of well-being and can reduce the need to push others away. Taking gradual steps towards intimacy builds trust over time. Remember that vulnerability doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing experience. Now, regarding self-sufficiency, the fearful-avoidant becomes a master of self-sufficiency out of necessity. In your past, you may have learned that relying on others for support can lead to disappointment. You may prioritize self-reliance to avoid potential hurt from relying on others. This self-sufficiency may hinder deeper emotional connections, leading to pushing others away. Let's discuss boundaries. You may unconsciously push boundaries because you want reassurance of others' commitment. You may test the relationship boundaries by engaging in behaviours that create conflict or tension. This is often a way to gauge the level of dedication to the relationship. It's a way of saying, will you still be there for me, even if I try to push you away? Pushing relationship boundaries stems from your underlying fear of being left alone and testing the safety of the relationship. Help yourself establish healthy boundaries within the relationship. This includes respecting each other's space and autonomy while maintaining emotional connection. Boundaries provide a sense of consistency and predictability. Lastly, be patient and compassionate with yourself and others. Healing and change can take time. Celebrate small victories and support each other's growth. It's important to remember that behaviours you display are not malicious, but rather a coping style rooted in your past experiences that create the way you make attachments. If you're in a relationship with a fearful avoidant partner, friend or family member, understanding their fears and insecurities can foster empathy and patience. Seek professional guidance if needed, as therapy can provide valuable tools to navigate these challenges and heal attachment wounds. To clarify, my approach to understanding attachment styles is not to label, but to use attachment theory as a tool for identifying and comprehending how we form and maintain connections with others. These labels guide self-awareness and empower you to make conscious choices in your relationships based on your authentic emotional needs and desires. I've witnessed individuals on this journey transform and develop healthier attachment patterns, processing their attachment wounds, and forming stronger and more secure connections. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through the world of fearful avoidant attachment styles and their underlying reasons. Until next time.